Crimson Fox MTG, and today we are going to play an old school Mardu Knights deck. So let's just go right on into it. One drops, you got Vulnerable Knight here, which a 2/1 for 1 is solid when you're on the offensive, and the fact that it dies and puts a +1/+1 counter on target Knight I control means it has value if it's removed. Then we're going to the Knight of the Ebon Legion. It's a one drop 1/2. If you remember back in the old school days of Magic, Devoted Hero out of the very early sets of Magic was a 1/2 for 1, so that's not terrible, but it's really the ability that it has that makes this card so powerful. For 2 and a black, it gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. And at the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Ebon Legion. And by the way, you do not have to do the activation to get that counter. It'll go off if you do 4 or more damage to that opponent. Then we're going into Fervent Champion, which is a 1-drop, 1/1 first strike haste, which is awesome. Basically an updated Raging Goblin. And whenever it attacks, another target attacking Knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And equip abilities you activate that target Fervent Champion cost 3 less to activate. Which, if you were to use equipment, is, you know, pretty decent. But most of the time, people just use it in aggro decks as a fast, you know, reliable, I'm coming in to beat you in the face. Moving on, this is a card that does a lot of work for this deck. It's a Worthy Knight. It is a 2/2 for 2 that whenever you cast a Knight spell, you create a 1/1 white human creature token. When you combine that with how many Knights you're throwing down, you get a lot of value with this. And if you combine it with Corpse Knight, which we'll be talking about, you're not only getting lots of value, but you're also doing lots of damage. Moving down the line, Black Lance Paragon. This thing is awesome. It's a 3/1 flash for 2. And when it enters the battlefield, target Knight gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. So if you needed to come down and remove one of their big creatures, you can. But if they also block your creatures, you can flash this in and then instantly use that ability to kill off one of their creatures by giving one of your Knights Death Touch and Lifelink. Moving on, Corpse Knight. It's a 2/2 for 2. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. Now, there are a couple of things in this deck that do that. Sky Knight Vanguard is one, and obviously the Worthy Knight is another one. And the cool thing about that is every time, you know, your creatures are coming down, it's doing more and more damage, which also helps you with your Knight of the Ebon Legion activations to get the +1/+1 counter. Solid. Then we have Dire Tactics, which acts as your removal. It exiles target creatures. If you don't control a human, you lose life equal to that creature's toughness. You will almost always control a human in this deck. Then we're going on to Stormfist Crusader. 2/2 menace for 2, that at the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. This really keeps the card advantage into your hand and also has the benefit of doing damage to them at the same time. Now, obviously, it does damage to you. Under most circumstances, if you are on the assault and you're doing a bunch of damage to them, this effect will be far more dangerous to them than it is to you. Moving on. Inspiring Veteran. This is an Anthem effect. Okay, obviously a 2/2 for 2 that makes your other Knights bigger. Sky Knight Vanguard. This is awesome. It's a flyer for 1. And for 2, it creates creatures that attack, which pairs well with Corpse Knight in particular. Then you got basic lands, Plains, Swamp, Mountain. Then you got Godless Shrine, Blood Crypt, Sacred Foundry, and of course, good old-fashioned Tournament Grounds, which very ideally, you know, red, white, or black. So here we go, Mardu Knights. We're going in. We are going to do our best in Historic Ranked to play this deck, which, if you remember, this deck was running around Standard for a little bit. It is unmodified. So let's see if we can take this unmodified Standard deck into Historic and win a couple of games with it, which I really hope that we can manage to do. Here we go. Who am I facing? I am the Walrus 25. Very well, Walrus man. I come back to you, and I will come at you. Well, beautiful. This is about as good as it's going to get with a deck like this. Let's do it. Come, I am the Walrus. What do you have, Walrus man? Let's try to get in there and do some quick damage. Or Scorching Dragonfire. I think that at this point, we're going to try to get some value here. Let us see how many creatures he wants to remove. Oh, he didn't. Interesting. We're going to drop this Corpse Knight. Strike in for 2. Ooh. Okay. That doesn't help you, sir. It just draws you a card. Alright. Here we go. This is where we're going to try to go full-on crazy with this deck. Here we go, doing all that damage. Anthem effect. Let's get in there and do as much damage as possible. And as you can see, this deck is powerful. We are so early in the game, and dominance has already been established. And to show you that level of dominance, we are going to go ahead and lay another one of these. And just go in, because we don't even care anymore. Yeah, that's Mardu Knights. That is how this deck can end up. Just absolutely dominating an opponent and wrecking them. So game 1 to me. Moving on to game 2. There we are. Mardu Knights, everybody. Still a good deck. Still a solid deck. Ranking up. Getting into that Platinum Tier 3, which I've kind of been stuck at, I have to admit. Let's see what we can do. Can we do this again? Can we? Can we accomplish this all again? Ooh, as always, I will let you see what I pull. Kabam, Zendikar Rising. What is the rare? Maul of the Skyclaves. By the way, this card is awesome. I'm just going to say that right now. For 3, it comes into play attached to a creature, and it gets +2/+2, has flying and first strike. The equip 4, I have to admit, that's a little costly. But at the same time, the fact that it comes in and instantly connects to a creature gives you instant value. So if you have this artifact laying around, I highly suggest that you play it. I really do. Alright, let's get to that second game. And kabam, Mardu Knights. Mardu Knights, coming on in, gonna stomp you in the face. What do you got, Enteric? I hope that you choose to concede and simply allow me to win. That would be beautiful. Very well. We're going to drop the tournament grounds and start doing damage right out the gate. Now, let's see what they managed to do in this. Okay, I think what we do is we do this. And we're just going to get in there and start doing all kinds of damage really early in the game. And try to do as much damage as possible, as much aggro as possible, coming down on them. I don't even care about that angel, bro. I really don't. Like, under normal circumstances, I might. But today, I have to say, I don't care at all. It's all ready. There we go, buddy. Are you enjoying that? Is that beautiful for you? Is this good game? He already knows. Good game. You just wanted to do it? All right, let's lay this out there. So unless he has settled the wreckage or some nonsense out of the blue. Oh, wow! He does! He does! He does indeed. I am going to, of course, take all the lands and see if I can still beat him. And how we're going to do that is I'm going to go ahead and put this knight out. Can you do it a second time, bro? There you go. Enter it. What a bluff. What an absolute bluff. Bluff-tastic, buddy. Absolutely bluff-tastic. There we go. You know what? You gonna take 3? Okay. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so the Stormfist Crusader kind of finishes him off. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, come on! At the last minute you come back, bro! At the last minute. At the last minute. Not cool. But, you know what? Get rid of that. I wonder if I attack him. Something tells me I don't. I just drop this. Oh, man. Again, Scion of the Swarm. Having some difficulty here. I really would have liked to have a Corpse Knight on the field because I could have just kept playing value and... Oh, that is horrible. Well, I can't exactly do anything. Can't exactly do anything. Eneric, you, sir. Oh, yes, you. You are an incredible individual capable of bluffing. I called to settle the wreckage. I should have followed my own advice. But that's the way the cookie crumbles in MTG Arena. What will happen here? And I think this is a done deal. I think that he has won. Oh yeah, it's over. It's already over, everybody. And I'm going to go ahead and concede. It's done. No need to waste our time playing that one. All right. One more game. Let's get this done. Mardu Knights in Historic. So the thing is had that guy had anything but Settle the Wreckage in his hand, he would have been beyond dead. And to be honest with you, I don't see too many people in Historic play Settle the Wreckage. In Ranked, at least. I can't tell you what they play in Best of 3, but in my personal experience, they have not, they haven't played a whole lot of that nonsense, so... Oh dear. Alright. I think against this guy, I just go all out. He's using blue-white colors. I need to kill him very, very quickly. Oh dear. Yeah, some kind of control deck. Not cool. Let's see if we can start getting that value in there. Man, this guy has all the answers today. That oath. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Strike in. Oh man, there goes some stuff. The Crusader or the Veteran is what I would take. Probably the better choice. But you know what the funny part is? Is I just pulled another one. Alright, gotta win in a certain period of time because he's getting into those... Ooh, it's a Hero of Precinct 1 deck? Nope! Let's get rid of that. Can I kill him before he kills me? Mardu Knights doing work again against Enro777. Sorry, Enro, but my divine presence was more than enough for you. Oh! So anybody who happens to be watching my my little show, so to speak, that's Mardu Knights, and it's solid. Even in Historic, particularly in Best of 1. So, if you're looking for something to play, and you want it to be tribal, and it's fun, you can occasionally win some games with that. I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, like and subscribe. Crimson Fox signing off of another wonderful MTG video.